But no matter what comes next, I still have to face the ending.
Okay. All right. So waving my hands, this means the recording's starting. Woo. Okay. How about giving us that introduction?
All right. Welcome back to Blades in the Dark, everyone. A Powered by the Apocalypse game done by Evil Hat Productions. I'm the storyteller, Matthew. You can find me at startplaying.games.com. Muffin, you go next.
Oh, that's me. I'm Muffin, also known as Jamie Collette. You can find me on Twitter at Muffin Manifesto or on my website jamie-collette.com, where I am mostly a professional voice actor.
Griffin.
Hey everybody, I'm Griffin. You can find me here. I stream here with Data twice every week on Sundays and Wednesdays for 12 hours. Come join us for a large number of games, including this one. And today, of course, I am playing Edward Rockwell II, a fallen noble of Scotland, who is the group spider.
That's right. I played Grit, Edward's bodyguard, for the most part.
Raph.
Hello, yes, I am also here. I am playing Carisso, the Lurk, and I'm nobody's friend.
And Theta.
Furrier Ardente, a professor from Taikarosi, but I'm also the guy who's not streaming today.
Yeah, there seems to be an issue with the streaming service, so this one's just going to be recorded and put up on YouTube.
Yeah, congratulations, YouTube. You guys are all special, so definitely subscribe to us and give us money.
That's what I always say about our YouTube audience, how special they are.
Every one of them is different and special and unique to me in a different and special way.
That's right. We appreciate each and every one of you, robocaller number 0103.
Oh, and there goes the audience. So we should start now.
Yeah, now that we've alienated everyone, let's get going.
All right. Do people need a recap from last time, or do we kind of understand where we left off?
I think last time we our weirdo professor got us a weird deal where we stole a weird thing, and weird things started happening around our weird thing. But now we have our weird thing in our safe place.
We already delivered that. We did the trade-off forward for some ghost bottles to fulfill our side of the arrangement.
Right, so we got it back to the place we needed to, got the trade, and no longer have to worry about the weird thing.
Well, I mean, we still have to worry about it, but it's not our problem.
Once again,
it's overrated.
I'm not worried.
Yeah, we only just gave it to my best friend, and I didn't see her ever again.
Then we went to go case out a rich place mansion.
Yeah,
that's right.
Once again, we decided this was going to be a very quick smash and grab. We're going to go in, grab the valuable stuff, possibly the paintings and statuary in the obvious places, and then leave, since we couldn't get any intel on where the secret valuables are. And I think we all agreed that we kind of don't want to hang around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and stealing her whole garden sounded like a hassle.
Well, is there anything in the garden we wanted? I don't think there was.
There was the solar lamps, which are like extremely rare and expensive.
And that's not so much in a garden as is in a greenhouse, right?
Yeah,
well, I mean, everything is dark and dreary and depressing, so you need the sun lamps.
Well, there's almost all food that grows and that is available to most people requires anything that can exist without the sun. Fruits and vegetables from gardens are actually quite pricey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, the lamps are probably worth a lot, but I was just thinking we don't necessarily have the skill base to take them out.
Right, and I think last time we were discussing trying to do the job silently, because in terms of smash and grab, there's a lot of police presence here.
Plus, I think we're hurting a little bit. I think some of us have pretty high stress levels.
I mean, all of us, I think, are a little bit hurt, but at least my stress is fine right now.
Yeah, I'm over
personally.
Half. So.
Oh yeah, you didn't really recover a lot, did you?
Let's just do a quick cash grab.
Yeah, I spent my whole downtime beating people up, so I have no stress whatsoever. I'm good.
All right.
Sounds ideal. And remember, if you have any harm and you have progress on your healing clock, if you take even a single harm, you lose all that progress.
Yeah, I also have harm.
Mm-hmm.
But you
So
haven't
what is
started
harm?
working on your
What does
healing, have you?
harm less effect mean?
Harmless effect means if the type of harm you've suffered, like you were singed, so
Yes.
your ability to fight, wreck, probably consort as well, instead of standard effect, it'd be dropped to lesser effect to start.
So some skills have reduced effect, but not all.
Depending on the injury, yes. Like if your
Okay.
hand was banged up or something, you'd probably lose off finesse and other such things.
Okay. But not everything. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah. With singed, I would say it's probably skirmish, like I said before, probably finesse. I don't think it's going to affect your prowl, but it'd probably affect your command, consort, sway, but I don't think that's going to bother you.
So it does affect everything. Okay.
Just half of everything.
You can sneak around and look at things and take things all right. Just don't get in a fight. Or a conversation. So, what's our... Do we just go straight into engagement? Like, pick our
Well,
plan
I mean,
type?
is there more to do? I don't think there is.
I don't
That's up
think
to you.
so.
You guys have decided that you're going to hit Rosalind Cutler's place.
Mm-hmm.
We've done our research. We've done our scouting.
Mm-hmm. Now it's
So
just
yeah, it's time for planning, loadout, and stealth.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to go with a...
So
Other
if you
than
decide
normal.
it's a stealth mission.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. That's we're
So
just
I
gonna
I
get
just
it
need
and
to
get out.
know how you're planning to get into the property. What's the point of entry?
We definitely did like a stakeout to
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
check
there's,
this stuff out. Me, Jamie, is like failing at the exact details of that right now. I remember like what we saw was valuable, but not what
Let
we
me
learned
just
about.
do a quick rundown of what you remember. It was a gated building. The
Mhm.
building is attached to a larger building in the back, which is also gated. These are two very rich homes.
Mhm.
There seems to be walking security. There are a number of inspectors, probably 3 that walk around this little island on patrol, as well as a lot of blue coats to back them up if should they need it. Outside, over to the one side, was a solar lamp and a garden of vegetables, which is only the richest of the rich could possibly put something like that in public and not lose everything. But yeah, that was the situation. It was a 3-story building, slightly connected to the building behind it because space is, even in the rich districts, very valuable.
No like courtyard walls sort of scenario.
There is a gated a fence with the... It's see-through. It's got the...
Well, as is my way, I want to liken everything to a movie, so I'm thinking the end of Crocodile Dundee. What do you guys think?
God.
Never seen it.
Yeah, you haven't seen it since I was a child.
I was say, Paul Hogan is a national treasure. What are you doing, Muffin?
national treasure.
Not to Australians, he's not.
That's funny because that's the only people I've ever heard say he's a national treasure from is Australians.
I
Anyway,
think they might have been yanking your chain, mate.
Anyway, into Crocodile Dundee, they get all like the people on the street and like the bar goers and everything just like distract the guards of the house by like making noise all around the fence and everything like that, so that then they can sneak into the property.
Okay, that's the opposite of stealthy and quiet. It's a
It's
fenced-off
stealthy and
manor.
quiet on our end. Those guys aren't related to us. I don't give a shit what happens to them.
So you're saying we should blow up the house across the street?
No, I'm saying literally people just sitting on the fence, like throwing trash at the guards, so that the guards are like, "Oh God, get the fuck off our property!" So that when we sneak in, we are stealthy.
Distract.
Okay,
I
I'm
see.
voting against that with everything I have to vote against that. We'll call that Plan B.
Cool. So now we just gotta fail at Plan A, and then I'm in.
All we have to do is get over the wall and get in the window. If I remember correctly, it's a walled off. It is a walled enclosure manor house, right? They have a wall with an interior compound, and then the house is freestanding in the center of it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we have to get over. We have to make a note of when the patrols go around. Get over the wall. Get to one of the windows. Get it open. They're not barred on the interior compound because they have walls, right?
Correct.
Yeah, just glaze the lock, get in, grab a bunch of valuables from the front room, where we saw, even from the windows, we could see expensive paintings on glassware, and then get back out. Now, Professor, you've got chemicals that make stuff float, right?
Right. That's a good help.
Right. So, yeah, so we would basically throw the stuff out the window to you, and you could lift it, and then we could take it across the compound and over the wall. The wall itself, was it spiked? It's just spiked, right? It's not electrified, right?
Why don't I just come in with you?
It's not electrified. It's just spiked. You're correct.
Yeah.
Why don't I just come in with you, and we'll just float everything out, including ourselves?
Can we do that?
Why wouldn't we be able to?
Because there might be limits on how much you're allowed to lift.
Well, I mean, probably as much as I can smother in the shit.
What would that be? I mean, we could steal the whole house then.
Well, I think it's.
Well, I think the house has probably got a foundation which keeps it solid to the earth.
Each dose could probably do a load and a half of gear. So to float a person would probably take 3 without what they're wearing.
Okay.
And he can get up to 6 uses of this. I think it is with his bandolier, or is it more?
Yeah.
How many uses do you have?
He just told you. 6.
6 uses. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd rather get 9 loots rather than float, because you can float 3 characters or 9 loots, and I'd rather float 9 loots.
That sounds awesome. I'm down.
I mean, with that.
Well, I mean, wouldn't it be 12 then? If it's 1.5 per use.
Yeah,
and you have 6 uses.
So 9.
9.
So 9.
9 load.
It's 1.5 per use. That's every 2 is 3. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I got 0 sleep last night. Okay.
It's okay.
Things happen.
Understood. If we have anti-gravity lift power, we can go after some of the heavier and more difficult stuff. Usually expects more money, which means we could actually have a shot at getting maybe some marble out of this place.
What if we throw a birthday party, right? And we blow balloons around everything that we want to carry out, and I put the powder over it, right?
Well,
and we
I
attach
trust the-
little strings, and we all dress up like children. And
Okay.
we all walk out of the party.
I'm with you on this, but everything
Very
you're
different plan.
everything you're describing is a deception rather than stealth. And while I'm down with the idea of using deception, that I won't. I mean, that's going to change the way we get in there. For example, I am no good at deception, so someone else would have to be a lead on that.
Let us be clear. We are no good at deception.
Last time I tried to deceive somebody, I got the shit beaten out of me, and you left me behind.
The important thing was the mission, and you weren't killed, so we're good.
No, I was only arrested and interrogated by the bluecoats.
And now you have more incentive to get your robot body done.
I do want to point out to the viewer who commented on that, oh, you left behind the guy who knows everything about your operation to be interrogated by the bluecoats.
I wasn't going to fight 3. I keep wondering what you expect. I wasn't going to fight 3 guys.
We can try to do better this time.
In fact,
I will absolutely fight 3 guys. I have an ability for that now.
I mean, you, Grit, can fight 3 guys. I can't. I'm not the hitter.
Yeah. All right. Let's do the plan. We're going to get over the wall. We're going to go in a window. We're going to smother shit in floating oil, float it out, and then go back over the wall.
All right. So I'm going to do a quick engagement roll. Your plan is to leap over the wall, get one of the side windows quick. Is everyone going in, or some people waiting on the outside? Or is it just the whole crew get in, pick up what you can, and get the heck out?
Professor, do you have any prowl?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Professor said they wanted to go in. I'm going in. What about
Yeah.
Grit?
I'm
and...
capable of doing so.
All right, yeah, we're all going in.
All right, everyone picked out their loadout for gear?
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I'm gonna go normal rather than heavy here because we'll need to.
I'm going heavy.
All right. Well,
More loot.
if they start chasing us,
I'll go normal.
All right. So I'm going to roll for the engagement. Let's see how smoothly this starts. Badly.
cool.
So, you guys get over the wall. Not a problem. Slipping open the window. Before you get in one by one. Who's the last one in the door? In the window.
Probably Grit covering
yeah.
their back.
All right, Grit. As you're stepping over that windowsill and you stretch slightly, you hear a little twang snap, and a metal cover comes shooting down, blocking the window. And you start hearing that similar sound across the building.
Well, that's not a good sound.
So we tripped an alarm.
Indeed. Or, well, at least a shut-off.
Would
We'll
you
be
like
locked
me to?
in here until the police get here, I will assume. We should work quickly, try to negate this device, and leave with all we can as quickly as we can, as is the plan.
Professor, do you have any acid or anything?
Do I have any acid?
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. Probably.
I mean,
I have dissolve.
I have
agents.
this. I have these demolition tools: a sledgehammer, a heavy
Right,
drill.
we could demolish it, but if the professor has something that could help, that's the first thing I'm asking.
Good plan.
All right. Grit, Professor, you two work on getting us out of here.
Let's go get some loot.
Baristo and I will go ahead and scan the building and try to find anything valuable.
Yep, we're gonna go grab some loot.
Also, just
All
remember
right.
though that any alchemical that I use is a float that you're not getting.
That's fine.
Rather not get caught.
All right, so
I mean, fire oil work for you.
We could work with the. You got wrecking tools though, right?
Yeah,
They're
actually,
even
you
better
just
than
have
mine.
tools, so just want to demolish it.
If we've already triggered the alarm, the sound ain't the problem, right?
well, you're not hearing a loud bell or anything, but all the windows, at least in this room, have sealed shut.
Classic.
Oh, I'll go check the door. How many doors lead into this room?
Okay, there are 2 doors in this room. It's the dining room, because you guys were planning on stealing some of the more expensive china and silverware.
Mhm.
One seems to go in the kitchen, one seems to go into the hallway, which branches off into the rest of the house.
Okay, Bishop, bar the door to the hallway. I'm gonna go check out the dining room.
All right, I'll be right behind you.
You can just like put a chair up underneath the doorknob or something. I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
peek in the dining-
basically. I'm here to also score loot with you, so let's get that done.
Well, let's make sure the dining room is clear.
All right, so we're going to start with the lurk. If you want to give me a survey to see what you can grab, because you're looking for the most expensive that's easy to move, right?
First, I want to know if there's anyone in the dining room.
There's no one in the dining room that you've broken into. It's the 4 of you. Everything's shut.
Okay, good.
All right. I will
And-
join you in a group action to survey.
And we could get into the dining room, which is also good. Like I didn't know if when the shutter is shut like that, if it sealed this room, which it did not.
Well,
Good to
you're in the dining room right now.
Oh, we climbed in the windows into the dining room.
Yes.
That's where it led into.
That's
yes.
where we are.
Oh, so the rooms that are joining us are the kitchen and the hallway.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, well, screw it. Let's just bar the doors and grab stuff from here and go. This is where all the silverware is, right?
A lot of it, there probably is other places where it's stored, but it's set out for something fancy.
Okay.
Right.
Let's
Step 1 is just taking what we can from here. So let's do it.
start grabbing stuff.
All right. Position controlled.
Position is desperate right now.
Oh, it's
Oh,
desperate.
okay.
Okay. Sorry,
Yeah,
I already rolled.
It's all good. Most of the rules for this are going to add any failures are going to add to the inspector's arrival.
All right. Well, I failed, so add to the inspectors.
Okay. I'm definitely going to push myself for some extra dice. That's 1 extra dice, correct?
Yep, for 2 stress.
Didn't you roll a 5, Percy?
All right, so going through,
That
Bishop
was a
is,
desperate.
and yeah, you did roll a 5. Why did we get a 1 and a 5?
You said make a roll, so I did, but you didn't mention it was desperate, so I re-rolled with desperate and got a 1.
Oh yeah, but it's the same number of dice. So it's all
I'm
good.
only rolling 1 die.
That's fair. That's what I mean. Like it's all good. I'm gonna go with the 5 rather than the 1.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna trail that back a bit. So you're going through and you're starting to collect some things. You've found up to 2 slots so far, 2 load worth of loot from grabbing some of the silverware cups that look expensive, some of the more fancy of the silverware that's made with real silver. Meanwhile, Grit and Professor, what are you doing?
Yeah, Grit, what are you doing?
I mean, I have some. Where'd they go? Demolition tools. I know you have some pretty fancy wrecking tools from the other time.
Yep.
Shall we go at this whatever it is window covering thing and try and
Make an
pry it
escape?
open?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, makes sense.
I'm happy to lead like a group wreck,
Okay.
Well, I mean, I think
Actually,
I'm probably
or we can
better at
just
it
do.
than.
Yeah, it's more about who wants
leading
to
is
risk
who takes
stress.
the stress. Yeah, and one
That's it.
stress will knock me out. So yeah,
Yeah, I'll lead the action. You just provide the goods.
got it.
And Grit, take an extra die because my foresight told me that yes, this place will probably have some security measures.
Mhm.
Here's how to disable them. Here's a small little brochure.
it's a noble brochure. So you want your house to be secure.
Are you afraid of gangsters on the street? Well, fear no more, citizen. We
I love
have
the
the
idea.
system for you.
Hey, you wouldn't steal silverware.
You'll no longer have to worry, as your security will be powered by the souls of the damned themselves.
All right, so I'm marking down 2 load for my fine wrecking tools. What does fine give me in regards to a roll?
It's like increased effect, and I'm just gonna put like there's also a specific description of what's in those, I believe.
Oh shoot,
Yeah.
I forgot. Tinker and wreck were 2 different things. All right.
You're a
So
leech.
what is this? Still desperate or? I can't hear you. You're muted.
Yeah, Matt, you've gone silent. The description in the book of the fine wrecking tools is a small powerful drill, mallet, steel spikes, pry bar, electroplasmic battery, clamps, wire, vials of acid, spark, torch, cutter, and fuel tank. So this is like heavy duty biz.
Nope.
Mm.
Your lips move, but I can't hear what you're saying.
All right. How
There
about
you
you?
go.
You're back.
All right, my voice modulator has apparently died. All right.
No.
So is this
Okay.
desperate or what?
Yes, the rolls right now are desperate. You're in a bad situation.
Hey, is that
Things are getting
experience?
worse.
Is that an experience mark?
It sure is experience.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I gotta start
But-
getting on these. What's the effect though with my fine tools?
You can either take in a dice or increase the effect. Meaning, if you're successful, you'll get for 2 more extra slots on this rather than just the regular.
I'll take an
2.
extra die just to try and ensure success over effect.
All right.
So we're desperate standard.
Yep,
Is that a crit?
that is a crit.
That's what I'm here for.
So
And that's
it increases
no
the effect
stress.
anyways. All right, so you guys are
Damn.
wrenching on this door. You hear gears binding up. Meanwhile, Griffin and Presso are filling their coats with what they can find on the table. As you see the door to the kitchen open up and a maid coming out with a large tray of serving food and kind of stop.
I'll go ahead and take control of the situation. I'll put up my hand and go, Ma'am, what you'll want to do is you'll want to put it over there on that empty spot of the table and then take a gentle seat and nothing will happen to you. I am taking command of the situation.
That sounds
I'm
accurate.
gonna take a stress to offer an assistance here because Grit's response was to pull a pistol out and hold it in her face.
All right.
All right, so that is going to be 1 extra die for me, and let's go ahead and do it. It's still desperate, and we got a 5.
All right. So a partial success. She doesn't scream. She doesn't yell. Time is still ticking away as she sets the food down gently on the table and backs away and sits in her chair.
Good. Don't you worry about a single thing. It'll all be over soon.
I turn to the
Risa, we want the
professor.
vintage stuff, quickly.
Yeah, I turn to the professor and I'm like, I'll be back in a moment. And I go and sit down next to the girl and I say, now, what my associate said is true. We don't want to hurt you, but I absolutely will. Where are the valuable stuff?
What kind of valuables are you looking for?
Stuff we can carry and sell. And
Uh,
yeah, I want to give her. I want to
Near a sitting
intimidate
room,
her.
pieces of art.
There's lots of art in the study. There's the vault downstairs. I'm sure the lady's bedroom has lots of jewelry, but I don't know what you're going to find here.
Thank
Stuff
you.
that's-
Exactly what we need. Priso, you heard the woman. Make your choice.
Yeah, I want to command her and say, what's the quickest way to the study from here?
And you're not going to need a command for this. She's already scared. She points at the hallway. If you go past the stairs into the next half of the house, you'll find the library and the study connected to it. But Lady Kellis has a guest today.
Yeah, guys, we should.
Where's she hosting her? The study?
I don't know where they are at the moment. I know they're supposed to be here very soon.
We don't.
Who's this
do we have
guest?
the escape route secured yet? I didn't hear that we had the escape route secured yet.
No, we don't. But
We're
Priso,
working
we
on
have
it.
to move. We have our 3 locations, and you need to choose one immediately.
I'm gonna go work on the escape route. We already have the silverware.
We have the escape route. Don't worry about that. Let's pick up more valuables. Do you want to go to the vault, the study, or the ladies' room?
Let's go to the vault.
All right.
All right. Professor, you keep working on that. I'll go with Pariso.
No, you stay here with the professor because he's fragile and that escape route has to go. I can protect Bishop.
We'll
All
be
right.
fine. To the vault.
Yeah,
All right,
we
so-
don't have the secure escape route yet. That's
Yeah. If that's how you want it done, that's what I'll do.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Let's break out.
So, Bishop and Prissa, are you rushing downstairs to the vault? Are you sneaking down? How are you approaching this?
Well, we have to sneak. There's guards.
Mm-hmm. Well, you could always force your way through, too.
No,
Depends how much
sneaking.
havoc. All right, that sounds like you're trying to make a prowl.
It totally does.
Are you doing it individually or as a group?
You're doing it individually. Don't get caught, Bishop.
I won't.
I mean, if they see you, scatter.
Would you like? Can you mark 1 stress towards my direction at all, or is that not a
Me?
possible?
Hell
for you
no,
right
I can't spare it.
now? Okay. Well,
Over
I'll
half.
just see how terribly I do.
Okay, what kind of roll is this?
Prowl.
Yeah.
No,
Prowl. We're still
this is
desperate.
older desperate.
Oh, desperate. Sorry. Until things get better, it's things are bad.
Okay.
Like there are silent alarms going off. People are making their way there as quickly as possible. Right?
I got the 1, and I gotta ask, what's the devil's bargain here?
All right. Devil's bargain is you run into someone who isn't going to report you, but they're going to know you were here.
Ooh. Okay. I'll take the bonus die, and let's roll.
I'm trying to think of any reasonable way I could assist you, but I can't.
Ah.
Anyway.
He's got a failure, and I've got a 4, which I think is a marginal.
Yes. So
So you can
Person-
probably get away while I draw attention.
that's
That's the way it is.
exactly what's going to happen right now. So you get away. A couple of the spoons of that fall out, but you knock them with your feet. They don't make a lot of sound. you make your way to the door and start heading downstairs. Bishop, you're going down the hall after Prusso, and as you do, someone you've seen before who's seen your face looks over, and it's Alistair, the guy who you guys, he was there when you robbed the Grey Cloaks. And he looks, and he raises an eyebrow, and then turns back to his conversation. But as you're about to follow Prusso, someone puts their hand on your shoulder. You see one of the guards. Hey, you're not supposed to be here.
I'm so sorry. I was just delivering this over to someone, and I'm going to go ahead and take the slumber essence and put that directly under their nose and then smash it in their face. And get myself out of that situation.
All right, give me a finesse. See if you can do it quick enough before they hurt you.
Okay. And for that, I will go ahead and mark my 2 stress to get the extra die, because I've already took Devil's Bargain to get here as it was.
All right.
Can you explain these clocks as well, Matt? Like,
Oh.
is Prusso able to resist the
Always,
either like the score limit going down, or
always. If I ever say something negative and you want to resist, just speak up. What these clocks are is this first one is when the inspectors will arrive. When that fills, the inspectors are here. There may be blue coats already arrived on the outskirts of the property, but they're waiting for the people in charge to get here.
Yeah,
Once this one is filled, you guys have a way out of this place. It still might be rough at that point. Every one of these slices filled is going to be 1 gold you're getting from this score.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we want to get as much of that as possible.
So from it looks like from the margin of success that you lowered the score limit as well as bringing up the inspector. So do we want to resist losing that coin?
Yeah, probably.
That's up to the lurk.
If we get caught, we lose all the coin.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to risk
you know what?
stress.
I have the stress for that. I'll go ahead and take the resistance because I'm the one who failed that in the first place. So I would be rolling which thing? Resolve or insight, or what am I?
I would say, because you failed being sneaky, it would probably be a prowess, but it could also be insight to be looking around. Which one did you want to pull from?
Both end up kind of being the same. Let's make it insight.
All right, and everyone remember, every time you're making one of these tests, because you're in desperate, you're marking an XP.
Yep, and that includes this resistance check too, right?
Does it? No.
Oh,
No,
does
you
it?
don't mark.
Okay.
You don't mark experience for resistance. So.
All right. So, there we go.
We all hit the motor load by having so much stuff to do.
All right, so you were resisting the inspector's arrival or the score?
The inspector's arrival.
All right.
Right. And I did make the roll for the finesse, which also gave me another experience there, and has a 4 and a 5.
All right, and it's a partial success, so I can tick up or down another clock. And the guard is passed out, and you guys are moving from desperate to risky situation.
Ooh, okay.
I mean, before that happens, gonna make another roll in this game.
Hey, if you want to do it, if you want, I will let you do it at desperate or risky.
He's working on the escape route.
Yeah, but you guys are
Yeah.
de-escalating the situation. And I would like to get some experience in there, even if it means bad shit happening.
Well, you can always escalate your own roll.
Yeah.
Well, either way, I haven't rolled in a while, so.
Okay.
All right. So
Yeah, I
use
mean,
those-
it's about turn to...
Come on, Grit. Help me out here.
Yeah, well, I imagine we've done the first process of getting things wrecked. Do you want to go in on the fine mechanisms and have a tinker with them?
No, because I need to leave space open in my load in case we need the bandoliers. So I got to keep going with the wrecking tools.
All right.
I mean, we're halfway done the job.
Yeah. Well,
just because you make an exit doesn't mean you guys have to leave. Then.
No,
exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But we want the exit to be there.
I'm just I'm wondering whether it's worth me doing a quick survey to anticipate possible threats, because then I get us extra effect.
Well, make your choice, because I'm one click away from submission. So
Okay. I would like to quickly survey the situation and what does it say on the survey? Sense trouble before it happens.
All right.
So yeah, this is because when I gather info to anticipate possible threats, I gain +1 effect. So is my effect then great, or is it?
Yep. Your effect's going to be great.
All right. And I'll push myself for this one.
All right.
So,
Oh no. All right. So you're looking around. Everything seems to be going well. It doesn't look great, but there's only blue coats outside. They're not storming in yet.
I see.
All right. So meanwhile, Professor, you're working at this door. You've almost got the contraption figured out. You've pulled off a few panels. Things are getting nerve-wracking right now. There are blue coats lining up outside. In most districts you'd be in, they'd be storming the house with the number of people they have out there right now. But they seem to be taking their time. They're waiting for something.
I mean, worst comes to worst, I do have also grenades in these bandoliers, so.
Mm-hmm.
But escape and distraction.
If I can, I'd like to resist some of that inspector arrival clock.
Absolutely. Give me an insight for your save.
Just like understanding what it is they're going for down there.
Just trying to understand the situation, how to... All right, so 5. So 1 stress, and you de-escalate it by 1.
Give them a couple ticks to work with.
All right, meanwhile, so we're now shifting to risky situations. Bishop Presto, you've made your way downstairs. This looks a lot like a storage area, but you do see where the serving girl had indicated there's this vault. It's about the size of 2 people standing side by side.
Okay,
It looks to be made...
I missed something. Who's sitting on the survey girl?
She's with us.
The serving girl.
She's still in the dining room with everyone else.
As long as you're watching her.
I was surveying the situation, but I still got a pistol in my hand. If she gets up and tries to leave, she's in trouble.
Okay, good.
Nope, she's not going to try shit. So you see this large vault. It looks like it's made of iron. It's shut, locked. Seems to have some kind of combination.
Well, how long does it take to break this?
What's that?
Does it look like something we could break into in the next few minutes? Because we only have minutes.
In minutes, probably
thief,
not.
Bariso.
If
Okay.
you have wrecking tools, it would probably be limited effect. If you have something better than that,
Now, I'm just going to look at Bishop and say, we can't get in this. This is indeed a vault. I mean, you don't have anything, do you?
Let's see. I got like burglary gear at best. That's not and I do have my own demolition tools, but yeah.
Yeah, if we just have to use demolition tools, this is too secure. I figured it was going to be too secure.
We could try to use what we know and what we found and see if they've maybe laid some clues around for what the actual combination is and use that.
Okay. I just look at you.
GM, so let's say I want to try to figure out what the combination would be.
all right.
So
So we're gonna start. We're gonna start that with a study of the area, trying to find some kind of note or something.
Mhm.
It's gonna start at less effect, so it's gonna take at least 2 of these actions to try and get it. Or if you push yourself, you can always increase the effect.
now I'm already 2 stress away from bad stuff happening here, so
Yeah,
I
I
won't be
don't-
able to push myself far, but
I mean, call me wacky, but I don't think they leave the combination down here. The combination might be like her birthday or something like that.
right.
Do you
I'd
have
be
any?
better off if I was helping someone else do something.
Yeah, I have wreck. That's it.
You do have the
like-
professor.
Yeah, the professor is securing the escape route, which is more important. Now, I think, and you don't have any tinker dice, do you?
No, I don't.
All right. Well, I think let's just call this a loss and get back to the escape route. We need to get out of here, and you keep saying things like, "I'm 2 stress away from suffering trauma." By the way, what happened to your shadow?
My shadow?
There was a guy on you earlier.
Oh, he's taking a nap. Don't worry about him.
All right. Well, then they might find him. We should get the hell out of here. Is there anything in here worth stealing?
Give me a quick survey. Standard effect.
I will go ahead and assist you and go ahead and take an extra die for that.
What's our position?
Position is risky right now.
Okay.
All right, so looking around, you can find a couple boxes. You're sorting through them quickly. You find some very fancy clothes that have been put into storage. The quality of them are quite high, so you could probably get a couple coin for them.
Sure. How many units?
They're going to take up 2 load.
Okay. All right. Grab them and go back upstairs.
All right, I think this is actually successful with that. Or at least the bare minimally successful.
This is probably one of your biggest heists so far with the amount of money that could be available. But
well, we don't know how much defense this for. So.
Wait, if it wasn't for the clock, I'd feel better about it. Now, looking at the clock, I just feel disappointed.
All right, so meanwhile, Grit and Professor, you're working on this door. Grit, you're watching the serving girl. The hallway door begins to open up.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Didn't we have like a blockade on that door?
Did you block it after Bishop and Proso went out?
Oh, they went out through the same door that we blocked. I mean, I
You
would
could
have.
probably
Here's
put
I probably
a
wouldn't
chair
have-
against it.
You
Here's
can certainly say it's blocked.
Possible plan of action for you, Grit. I could tap
If that's
I could tap my bandolier and toss you a binding oil. Just permanently seal that door.
if it's the door that Pariso and Edward went out, I wouldn't because they need to come
we can
back.
get back in.
Wait, did they deposit all of their loot in this room yet? I have
No,
I kind of have a
deposited
grudge against Pariso that needs to be settled real quick. Leave me behind. Fuck you.
I mean, I can carry all the loot. That's fine.
And no, we didn't leave the loot behind.
They've lined their pockets. All right. Yeah. I look at the professor and say, "I'll handle this." And yeah, I'll go and stand like on the wall, like next to the door, so that I can see whoever comes in before they see me.
All right. So you see one of the staff. It looks one of the guards you've seen outside. It's not one of them, but it's the same uniform. Opening the door and looking behind him, getting instructions. You hear a female voice instructing him to make sure that dinner's ready, that Alistair will be here within a couple minutes. And he's not paying attention as he's coming in through the door.
Yeah, and I'm like going like this at the serving girl on the opposite side of the table as he walks in. And yeah, I'm just gonna like grab him from behind and choke him out.
Chuck him out?
Choke him
Okay.
out.
All right. So
I presume this is a skirmish.
So are you waiting for him to close the door? What are you doing? That's more like he is not a physical threat to you. You could easily choke him out.
I'm waiting. So he's opening the door, and I'm waiting on the
Yep.
wall just on the inside, so that when he walks in, I can close the door and just grab him around the neck.
Okay, you grab him and start holding him tight, and he's slapping at your hand, trying to get it off, and there's no chance with Grit.
All right.
In a few moments, he's passed out in your arms, and now what?
Take his watch.
Do I go and deal with whoever's behind that door? Is the question. No. Actually, Edward makes a good point. The first thing I do is shake him down, take off any weapons, and if he has any small valuables or anything.
All right, he doesn't have anything in the way of weapons. He's got some silver, which you can stuff into your pocket. You're getting this guy's more of staff than anyone of importance.
Yeah. No, I'll just like push him on the floor out of the way. Yeah, and I think I'll turn to the servant girl and say, "Is any more of this stuff valuable?" And I'm just like looking around at the silverware and the china, whatever we have, whatever the other two haven't already
Like
jammed in their pockets.
small valuable stuff. I think I told them already what the small stuff is.
Are there like any paintings on the wall that I can boost off the walls?
Looking in this room, there's a few, but they don't look overly valuable.
Hmm.
Like Grit's looking around in this. I'm sure as thieves, you'd keep track of what artists
Yeah,
are
yeah,
thieves
yeah.
and what's
He'd
gonna
have
fetch them
some
money.
idea.
Yeah.
What about that set of
He's-
full knight's armor made of gold standing there in the corner? Is that worth anything? It's on a pure mithril base.
So nothing left in this room looks worth pinching. Is the point?
Not really. The servant girl suggests, well, the oven uses Leviathan material to heat. It might be worth something, but it's quite big and heavy.
I don't know if I can. I could maybe steal a whole oven. What about the Leviathan? The Leviathan blood. Do you have like stores of it? A barrel, something like that?
We have some in the kitchen, but it's under lock and key.
Do you have the
you want me to
key?
show you? No, the lady of the house does, but it's.
Is that the person on the other side of that door?
I don't think so. I think that's just the madam instructing us to get ready for our guest.
I see. Not the mistress of the house.
No, I can show you the cupboard if you want.
You got this, Professor?
Yes, I'm literally just drilling a wall. I've got
All
this.
right. I
Maybe ask them about
Reblockade.
more esoteric valuables.
Yeah. I reblockade the door and I say, keep an ear out for the other two. And then I'll go into the kitchen with the maid.
Okay, meanwhile, Professor, what are you doing?
Continue
Still
to
work-
fumble with the binding potion. They're all behind that door now. The gang is all mine. Now I'm drilling the wall. Still drilling the wall. Or window, rather, I guess.
All right, tinker or wreck?
That's been wrecked this whole time.
That's fair.
I'm going to start repairing the wall.
Well, tinker can also be taking apart mechanical devices.
What are we at now? Risky, you said?
Yeah.
Standard?
Yep.
Wah, wah,
Oh,
wah.
So you're pulling away, and part of the frame gives way. The window comes crashing down around it. Seem to have lost progress. Meanwhile, Bishop Perso, you've gathered up these dresses, you've put them into a box. Where are you going now?
Escape route. Let's get out of here. We're running out of time.
They should definitely be out of here by now, right?
So you make your way upstairs. You can see a gentleman getting yelled at by some woman in uniform to go set up in the dining room as they head in. And she's spinning around, about to face towards the stairs, going both up and down. What do you two do?
Do I recognize this woman?
She just seems to be a member of the staff. This is not Rosalind Keller.
Okay, well, I would hide because we don't want to be seen.
Right, same here.
All right, and she starts making her way upstairs quickly.
Oh, I thought we went downstairs. The vault's upstairs. Good to know.
No, the vault's downstairs. She's making her way upstairs.
Right,
Okay.
we went from basement to first, and she's going from first to second.
Okay,
now.
we wait, and then when when the coast is clear, we move.
All right, you duck in to see the professor pulling at the metal frame as part of it kind of collapses into itself and becomes quite a mess.
Oh wow!
You
So
don't
we
see
made
Grit in the room.
problem. You guys, the door wasn't barricaded.
No. When we come back in, it's not barricaded.
And the escape route, oh, just in time. All right, guys, we need to clear out. This place is too hot.
Well, no to
Exactly.
you. I'm only half done the job.
Well, I need the other half done already.
Well, it doesn't
If you
seem
got
like
anything bigger, now's the time.
doesn't seem like your pockets are completely full yet. You could spend a little bit more time, I guess.
No, I can help you take out this wall.
That and Grit's gone off to do something, so it's not like we're leaving without Grit.
You know, we have to leave. They're going to be here any minute. We set off the alarms.
Well,
and
allow
Where
me
did Grit go? His job was to protect you. Where did he go?
All right,
to
both
get a
of you,
bigger
stop.
score. Well, you know what? Until you've managed to start phasing through solid matter, I don't think it's pretty academic right now.
Well, once
Well,
you
I
two
will
become ghosts, we'll talk about it more. Meanwhile, get back to work.
Yeah, I will help him take out the door. Or take out the window. We can make this a group activity. I actually have rec.
I will use my foresight ability to grant an extra die to escape. It's like you've been
Okay.
doing it all wrong. It's this latch.
Well, then I guess I'm... If we're doing
Who's
a
leading
group
this action?
activity, then I guess Pariso is leading.
No, I can't lead.
Well, then
So,
I'm
I'll
not
do
participating in a group activity then. You will
Then I
knock me out if we're in a group activity. I'm not
We're
doing
all
it.
pretty bad right now.
I'm
Understandable.
one stress away from passing out. I'm not participating in a group activity as a leader.
Understandable. While you work on that window, I'll work on a different window.
Okay, second escape system clock. One for
Hey.
Pariso.
I will be giving that assistance die over to the professor.
All right.
That's fine. Our roll's risky?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Do I get a bonus because I have tools?
You need at least wrecking tools to attempt this. Do you have tools? Or
One of the
demolition
things I can
tools?
check off on my list here is demolition tools.
Well, you need that to even attempt it, so you should be
Okay.
good.
No, we're good.
If you have fine ones, that's a different story.
I do not have fine tool, and this has to be demolished. It can't be lockpicked. So no. Yeah, I'm not making any progress. I'm just making noise.
All right, so you're banging the door hard. That's
Well,
going
different
to
window.
different window.
Yeah.
All right, you can resist this if you want with prowess.
I can't. I don't think any of us three can.
Well,
Unless Grit
it's
wants to.
the one who made it fail, so it'd be
Yeah.
Pariso.
Hey man, just roll a 6. It'll be fine.
In my defense,
I'm
I did roll a
resisting.
6 on the window that I'm operating on.
All right. Well, the inspector's arriving sounds like a me problem anyway. That's fine.
Well,
Yeah.
again, if the inspector arrives, I do have grenades, so I'll just blow the window open. You know, if we
Right.
failed so much that the inspector's seen us, it's time to go loud and go home.
All right, and that's from the professors because I didn't notice that roll till now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, meanwhile, Grit, you're in the back room. You can still hear the professor working away. She brings you to a cabinet. It's made out of wood. It's got metal hinges on either side and a large padlock. And she nervously points at it. Right now, the containers on the stove are boiling over. She's in a bit of a panic, looking at you, looking at the stove, looking at you. Not making any movements towards the stove without your permission, but
Which is, yeah, he gestures towards it and says, "Just don't do anything stupid." And then,
so turning things off.
yeah, I mean, part of the demolition tools I took is a heavy drill. I'm just gonna fucking destroy this lock.
All right, give me a wreck.
Okay.
It's going to be
to-
great effect because this is not a very secure lock. It was just to keep the serving staff out.
Is this still desperate or risky?
It's risky.
Okay, risky. Great. Talk to me about a devil's bargain.
Devil's Bargain is one of the vials in there is going to spill.
Yeah, sure. That sounds fine.
All right.
Okay. Yep. There's a 6.
All right. So you drill through this lock, yank it off. There's
Mhm.
4 vials in there. That's a lot of money. One of them has spilt over, dripping out onto the cabinet. This stuff is dangerous to touch too. What do you do?
Yeah. I carefully start loading the other stuff into my trench coat. Yeah. I mean, I'm still pretty hurried, so I start getting it.
All right,
And
go ahead.
yeah, no, you tell me what.
So you've managed to get these 3 vials. They're still sealed. The one has broken all over the place.
Hmm.
The fumes are starting to come up a little.
Yeah. I'm like, all right. Well, sorry for the mess. And I turn around and I grab the maid and I say, "You've been very, very helpful, miss."
And she kind of almost jumps when you grab her and looks up at Grit like her life might depend on it.
Yeah. And I say, how dumb is Grit right now? I have the reckless trauma. Let's go for it. He says, I appreciate all your help. And he says, you ever want a good time, you come down to Sergeant Vilk's pits in Dunslow and ask for Grit. And then he kisses her.
All right.
And then he just turns around and walks back into the dining room and leaves her in there alone.
Literally where I was hoping you were gonna go. In my head, I had a whole Aladdin hand. Do you trust me?
All right. So Grit comes in as you guys are discussing breaking out. You guys can hear the whistles of the inspector's arrival. Things are going to get bad very quickly. And Grit's got like something spilled onto his jacket a little bit.
Good time to
All
start
right.
smoking.
We good to go?
No, they're still working on the window.
It's almost done.
Just one more moment, Grit. Here, help me move these boxes around, quickly. We need to barricade this in so that we can get out over here.
Yeah, barricade the doors.
Okay.
Yeah, and as you're setting stuff in front of the doors, you get it just in time before a couple people are starting to bang at it and try and open it.
Professor, finish the job.
I just did.
And
I'm gonna wreck it.
I was going to give you an assist, but there you go. You got it.
You tear down the window finally, pulling the metal blockades out of the way. Blue coats are starting to circle around the inside of the fence. You maybe have a
Yeah.
moment to get up and over the wall if you want.
Globe off.
Um,
Tear down this wall.
Yeah, I
Quickly,
hand
everybody.
over all the vials I just took to. Oh, I probably just take off the coat and hand it to Edward, and I say, "Be careful with that."
I will try not to drink from it.
Well, the problem is that one of them clearly doesn't have a lid.
No, I left that one. I didn't take the spilling one.
Okay. I was like, you just
Yeah.
shoved that in your jacket. What the hell?
No, I didn't take the spilling one. Yeah, so I hand it to him and I say, "All right, a lot of you, get over the wall." I crack my knuckles and I head towards the blue coats running towards us.
Oh, well, if Grit wants to go last, fine. I don't need to be told twice. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
All right. So the lot of you are trying to get over this. If I understand the situation right, Grit's going to go out and try and face this mob of blue coats with the
Yeah, how many
inspector.
are we talking?
We're talking about 12 to 15 blue coats and 2 inspectors.
So that's like bigger than a small gang.
Oh, yeah. There is
All right.
quite a few.
That seems fine.
I mean,
All right.
you're trying to go down in a blaze of glory is what you're trying to do, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because otherwise, I would say, Professor just turns around and rolls 2 live grenades down the hallway.
You absolutely go for that if you want. Like, Grit's walking towards them and you just lob grenades at them. I'm so down for this.
All right,
Like
so we got a
this is the
grenade
group
party.
outside. You still have the hallway with people.
Well, the
banging
window's
at the
open,
door.
too.
Yeah. I assumed we had gone down into the courtyard and the blue coats were
Okay.
coming at us from the outside.
I assumed
just
that
need-
I would just hit us all with the floating powder and we just all float our way out. But
Do you have enough room for that?
I still have all my
Yeah.
bandoliers. Yeah, I haven't used a thing.
You
If
have
you
enough
just
for 3 people, and
Yep.
there's 4 of us.
Yeah. Well, the 3 of you get out.
I mean, still, I don't want Grit to go and sacrifice himself in this like martyrdom.
Good sacrifice,
He-
Grit.
he-
Let's get
he has-
going.
He has put away his pistol. This doesn't look like suicide by cop.
I want to say this once. Why don't you use it on the three of you? I'm a lurk. We'll just leave.
Professor, do it.
Right. So, I tear open the jacket, bandoliers of clear liquids up and down. I smash a bunch of it into Grit's back and shove him back towards the window.
What?
Out towards the wall. Because I recognize that Grit's not going to leave on his own. Grit's gone into bloodlust, so it's like...
Edward does not resist, and I assume you're going to choose him. And now the question is, you or Pariso?
Well, like I said, I got a grudge on Pariso, so...
All right.
Bye, Pariso!
All right, so
Your turn!
with this plan, Professor, give me a tinker to see if this works. Like, if you can get the three of you out of there. And Priso, you said you're going to try and sneak out?
Yep, it's what I do.
All right, so Professor Tinker and Priso, give me a prowl. This is going to be a desperate roll for both of you. If you fail this, the consequences is you're taken in.
There we go.
Do you want to push yourself or look for a devil's bargain?
If I push myself, I'm out. I can ask for a devil's bargain without accepting it, right?
Correct.
Alright, what would the devil's bargain be?
The devil's bargain is you've used up the last of what you need for float powder. And you're going to have to find another supplier to get some more ingredients to make more.